Hello. Why do I keep forgetting to do that? Anyway, time for our stream's gonna be my last character I do this muscle exercise that I've been doing for almost a whole month at this point. Maybe a bit longer. I don't know. I lost track. But yeah, this is really interesting because I'm really drawing from a character from a one-shot manga. Blue Ursus, I think is how to say it. The name on the manga, I mean. The character itself is called Amaki. I think it was how to say it. Yeah, they basically be just another art and shield. Just double checking. Alright, let's do it then. I guess, what can I talk about today? Oh yeah, I don't know if you see on chat, but if I can pull it off, I got a throne wishlist now. So it's 100% optional, but if you want to donate whatever stuff I have on wishlist, you get free to do that. However, do note that the donations are not refundable. So you cannot refund once you make a decision. So preferably think twice before you donate so you don't regret it later. Because I cannot refund even if I want to, because it doesn't allow me to do that. So keep it in mind. Oh, yeah, sure. I just got a text from Nathan, so. Sure, you can join in on VC if you want. I did not get a chance to. Oh god, I hear myself. What are you doing? Why are you hearing myself?
I was listening to your stream when I asked that, and then I saw this video. Say like, you know what? I'm gonna say yes, and then I like time. Okay, listen. We traveled a little bit in time.
Okay. Ah, maybe you can hear yourself from my stream, right?
No. I muted your stream now.
Okay.
I could hear myself.
Okay. And I still hear myself, so I guess that's just Discord. Okay, I've just had to do the fact I have to force to hear myself then. But what are you doing otherwise?
Did the thing started echoing like as soon as I joined?
Yeah, they start echoing the second I join.
Aw, that sucks.
I don't know. I never had this issue last time you can. Had
But yeah, I actually had a major like issue early on today because at first my Discord my OBS would not join.
Oh.
Would not start streaming at all. It was like saying like, oh, Kuda has not enough cash or something like that. Like, who the hell is Kuda? And essentially, what had happened it was like I had to turn off camera and turn on only after I started streaming, which is weird in and of itself.
Yeah, it is weird.
My microphone wasn't picking anything, and I found out it was because like my headphone has a mic, of which I didn't know it had, and I had accidentally turned it off at some moments where like I took it out of my head.
That's strange. To be fair, I have an off button on my mic, but I don't use it so much because I have to keep forgetting to turn on.
Mine is for the longest time I actually had a good mic, but I didn't know because I never had activated any of its features. And then Draxo said like, hey, doesn't your microphone have like some features? And I'm like, I don't know, does it? And Draxo just like, Nathan, please turn on your sound canceling. And I'm like, oh, I have that. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
But now you know.
Yep. How are you doing? How's your day so far?
Mostly fine. Sorry if I'm being slow when talking because I keep hearing myself, so. No, it's fine, it's fine. I'm sure you can figure out eventually at some point. As you, sorry?
I was just going to say, don't worry about like answering quickly. I'm a pretty chill and relaxed person, like answering and replying. So having a slow conversation is just as good.
Alright, good to know. I also have to keep it slow because I hear my own voice, so I have to so I have to make sure I hear myself so that I don't say something wrong.
I'm pretty relaxed in that too, because it's not that I don't respect people and like their beliefs and like their customs, right? Like I respect all of that. Like if you don't like curses, I'll try to not say many curses. So that is a bit hard for me, I admit. If you don't like certain words, I will try to not say certain words. If basically social tofu, I adapt to the social environment I'm in.
Alright.
Horrible way to put it, but
To be fair, there's a lot of things you can do with tofu.
yep.
And potatoes.
Honestly, yeah, like I used to believe that tofu wasn't good or like tasty, right? But turns out it's just about knowing how to cook tofu. If you know how to boil or fry or something, you can give it like oh so many textures.
To be fair, said about every food ingredient.
Except cassava and tapioca, because tapioca is made from a root that we have here in Brazil called mandioca. It is completely poisonous unless you boil it first.
Oh, is this one that they use in boba tea?
Yeah.
Ah.
So I actually found it weird when I found out that the tapioca in bubble tea was the same tapioca that we Brazilians eat, because it's so wildly different. Essentially, tapioca is a type of flour here in Brazil. We like a dish called farofa, right? Farofa is usually a side dish used with a very dry flour that has flavoring and additions. Very commonly, it is corn flour or tapioca flour, but some farofa recipes also use straight up wheat flour. And you usually fry that flour on the dry with like sun-dried meat, herbs, whatever you want. Honestly, there is a type of farofa that uses eggs, like hard-boiled eggs. I'm not a fan of egg farofa, as it is called.
Ah, okay.
So in Brazil, tapioca is much more eaten as dry ingredients. We even make something like akin to pancakes.
Oh.
They're called simply tapioca because that's like the most popular dish with tapioca. Essentially, you put the first you hydrate the flour, so you have like the dry tapioca flour. You put it on a dish, a pot, a jar. You just hydrate it a little bit, kind of as if you were hydrating a sourdough starter. And after you hydrate the tapioca flour, you put it on the dry frying pan, like after it heats up, and it genuinely hardens like a pancake. And because it is tapioca flour, it's very light, it is very rich in good proteins for you, and it can be eaten both as a sweet and as a salty ingredient. It is usually eaten as if you would eat a taco, like
Uh,
just folded on the ingredients.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that because I'm not too familiar with Brazilian food in general.
Just keep going on. Listen, I'll presume in the side, right?
Hmm.
I, as a Brazilian, and having like friends from outside, I see the perspective that whoever is in charge of Brazilian like the future, Brazilian like the future culture and tourist environment is doing nothing for us because every Brazilian, every ad like for tourists like outside of the country. So you you from where you live, you're gonna see a Brazil ad like, oh, go to Rio, go to São Paulo, and that's it. And those are the two worst places for you to go in Brazil because
Ah,
they are what we call tourist traps.
okay.
Yeah. So like most people will go like to only these two places. Not that they not have their own culture, they do. They do have their own culture, their dishes, their everything. But they are like a very small part of it.
Now they can remind. They can. Sorry. Go. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Ah, I would say what you said reminded me of Mallorca island in Spain because I have been a few times and I noticed there's a lot more international people than actual Spanish Navy people there. So it kind of feels like the same problem there.
Yeah, it's an issue, and the worst part is Brazilians do not help you. Brazilians usually have a thing called the underdog syndrome. So a lot of Brazilians that travel abroad, they don't they don't believe that Brazil actually has things that are like superior to other countries. Um, the Brazilian public college is actually one of the best out there. Our public colleges usually don't go with like big American colleges like Harvard and other like Brazil even has the Toxicology Institute Butantan, which is one of the best toxic and poison institutes of study and research, to the point where Australians go there to study.
Oh
So if
wow.
you are from Australia and you're going to study poison here, something's very right or wrong.
They can be both.
Yep. So not only that, but like the public transport here in Brazil would be much better and much more like positive if the Brazilians had like respect for it. That would be like another issue entirely that is not part of the conversation right now. We're trying to talk about this
I understand.
because of these like underdog aspects. Brazilians don't talk about things that they take for granted. Like something very beautiful that we have here in Brazil is tradition. Almost every family will have a recipe that they share with each other. Like there will be a grandma recipe or a mama recipe about like either a side dish, a candy. A lot of the sweets that have become popular like outside have come from humble origins of Brazil. Like you probably seen some chocolate truffles. Here they're called brigadeiros, and they came from, as the name implies, the name of a aero military job is brigadeiro. He would be like considered the general of the air force. And this brigadeiro's mom loved making that sweet for him, and his mates loved eating that sweet. So he got colloquially known as brigadeiro because it was like his candy that his mother would make for him.
Mm.
And that's the story of how this sweet got this name.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? There is another sweet like very popular in birthdays and like other things that is called. Sorry, but it is called the mother-in-law's eyes because there is a joke here that like every mother-in-law has like a big jealous eye, like the Dunes family. So the sweet is a type of coconut truffle with a prune, like the sun dried prunes, and it is an acquired taste. I do confess that I like them. Um, but yeah, it is just straight up for like this mother-in-law vibes because it's a big. It looks like a big rice.
Not gonna lie, that name sounds like something you serve on Halloween.
Yup. And you know the worst part is they do look like Halloween props. They do look like eyes. And not only that, here in Brazil we have this is around like every state. We have the tradition in birthdays to also have like the small savory snacks. We call them salgadinhos. Essentially, we would call snacks salgados, and these small snacks salgadinhos. So they would be literally translated to little snacks. That's what it says. And they have all kinds of flavors, like chicken nuggets, but not fried chicken nuggets. They're a bit more. Well, I actually don't know if they're unhealthy or healthy. But there's of a catch 22 we have here. But you have fruits, we have pastel. Pastel is a weird thing to like explain if you don't have anything simple. You know those mealy fleur pastries like croissant?
Yeah.
Imagine a croissant, but he's a little bit on the thin side, he's a bit body dysmorphic, put it gently.
So let's layer me like.
Literally, imagine a croissant, but it's only the outer layer of the croissant.
Oh, okay.
But you usually have like a mix or cheese inside. So even though it has like a very thin outside, it is still like packed with flavor. Some people even enjoy if it has nothing inside, which we then call a air pastel.
Huh.
I am ambitious. I am one of the people that like air pastel.
I will not know. I have not tried it, so I have no right to judge.
Right? So, all of these cultures and all of these things that we have, it's like coming from different states. But no tourist company talks about like each small state tourist effect. For an example, here in Ceará, the state where I live, we have a lot of certain culture. What is certain? Certain is what if you still had cowboys? That's what the Brazilian sertão is. It is cowboys, but a bit more bloodshot eyes. Put it that simply, because they began during an era where everyone was literally getting driven out of their homes due to a gigantic drought that lasted for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yup. There are even books, like literary books, that are about the drought because it was just like imagine that this drought is so important to Brazil's future. It's kind of like what if the Christian flood happened again, but this time we did it with sand instead of water.
Jesus.
So the sertão has a bigger culture in actually repurposing food, like waste not, right? So we have a lot of foods that are done with yesterday's leftovers. Farofa actually is a type of dish made with yesterday leftovers because they usually died out, and they would become part of the farofa, be heated and uh, diced into like smaller parts. It's also incredibly salty because salt is like help preserve the food for like the period of time. Even the sweets in certain culture are really dry because it would like be able to preserve for longer time.
Yeah, I was about to say sometimes you have to make sure it lasts for a long time.
Yep. You know like light brown sugar and like molasses.
Mm-hmm.
In Brazil, uh, sugar cane is a big part of the food, and I mean big. Like to this day, we are like sugar cane mills where you can go as a student like school excursion, not excursion. You know, like those school programs where like you go start a state or something like to learn a lot.
I don't think I've ever been there, so I don't know.
Here in the US, we have had a lot of like it's because I don't know the word in English. Explain, but you will have like excursions to historical or like scientifically interesting places in your state. So one thing I did when I was in school is I visited a sugarcane mill, and there we learned about slavery. Because unfortunately, but we still had slavery to a
Ugh.
big point in time. I believe
I think I read somebody found. I thought was read somewhere that it was like I don't know what it was, Japan or some other country, but yeah, I remember slavery was a thing.
I think I don't remember if it was no. France still had death penalty by guillotine when Star Wars. So like you could have watched Star Wars and then like see a fucking king be like beheaded,
Jesus Christ.
right? But don't remember because Brazil was founded. Brazil is like one of the most young countries in the world, aside like the ones that happen in Africa with like the issues there.
Mm-hmm.
But Brazil was founded in like the 1500s. It's not that far ago.
Yeah.
And in the sugarcane mill, they would produce three things. They would produce the white sugar that you like use it to eating like buy. That at the time was like a product only for nobility. Rich people would buy white sugar because generally just because it looked pure, not
Mm-hmm.
because it looked white,
Yeah, sounds about right.
right? And then you had brown sugar, which was like the white sugar but with one less step to it. So that is what like the common handyman would buy, and it honestly tasted better and was more healthy. But people just look at down on it because like ooh it's brown, it looks dirty. And to be fair, it does look a little bit like white sand. It does look a little bit like white sand. And below like the brown sugar, you have rapadura. Rapadura is the molasses of sugarcane dried to such an extent it becomes a single thing. It generally becomes something that you can hit someone in the head and kill them.
Oh my god.
And there are types of rapadura. There are even rapaduras with flavor. Like there is a guava, which is a type of fruit. Guava rapadura, which is you get the molasses, you mix with a little bit of the fruit, the fructose and flavor. You have coconut rapadura, there's excellent. And if you beat the rapadura as it's hardening, it becomes sort of an aerated candy. You know, like when you mix like caramel with baking powder, and you make like that big fluffy sugar crumble.
Mm-hmm.
It basically becomes that, but like a lot sweeter. And so people from like the big drought that happened, they would take rapadura with them. And rapadura was a legit gold because it was a non-perishable product. It was a sweet, so it gave you plenty of energy, fats, and you would be able to survive like a fucking week
Mm-hmm.
on almost all of that thing. And if you melted it into a bit of water, you would have like a sweetener for a lot of water, juice, and everything. And the families would use that as a borderline, like, hey, here's your inheritance, 50 kilos of papadura. And that would legitimately translate to a super. So the western country here in Brazil, aka where I live, Sertão, have a lot of this dried fruit. Yes, it does leave you thirsty as all hell, but hey, it is very good.
I was about to say, at least encourage you to drink some water.
Be sure to drink some water before you do this, please. I think that we legit have like a higher blood pressure because our blood's like like over the years consumption of like such dry and condensed foods. country that is very popular for the stereotype. When I say stereotype, I don't mean like in a evil way, like a big stereotype. It's just like the type that rings true. Bahia is a state very known for its spices and martial arts culture called capoeira.
Yeah, I heard about Capoeira. I actually had to read up that one when I was trying to make some fan Demon design.
I am so happy that nowadays, like more anime where like, oh by the way, Brazil has fighting types on capoeira because it fascinated every fucking like fighting anime was just like, oh by the way, kung fu. There's more than kung fu out there. Please.
Yeah. I can understand the pain because I used to go on judo years ago. I did not do it that long, but I did get to learn at least a few tricks or two on that.
I also used to do judo when I was in school, and I honestly enjoyed it quite a lot because judo is a lot more reactive.
Yeah, or defensive, more or less.
Yeah, that's why I said reactive because like it is specialized in like you getting attacked and reacting to the attack. So yeah, defensive. Uh, so I also learned judo, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. When I was in classes, in my judo classes, there was another gentleman called Nathan Oliveira Medeiros. To down to the surname, I had a clone.
Oh my god.
It was so confusing. Every time that you go to like Nathan, we both lift our hands. We both lift our hands. Nathan Oliveira Medeiros, we both like this ain't so we just like resorted to saying like curly Nathan and like straight Nathan because of our hair.
To be fair, that's not as bad as what I used to have at school, where we have 3 school teachers, where all of them share the exact same name. So we never said Mr. or Miss, we just say the name because all 3 of them will show up regardless.
Can you imagine if you had a class with the two teachers like on the same day?
Actually, that's what's normal even my end. Because I'm not near the because I was neurodivergent, I have to go to special classes where they basically have multiple teachers at the same time instead of just one teacher on 30 students.
I still talking about like the Brazilian colors for like a split second. But there is something that I find very weird. It is that the tourist attractions like in country, so, like national,
Mm-hmm.
are very well explained and very well like sold. So if you're a Brazilian trying to visit, like another place in Brazil, you will get genuinely good ads like, oh, come visit this specific thing about this specific state, or like, oh, this specific state will they have like this specific commemoration at this time of the year, so you should schedule yourself for this. But they don't do that to like to international water, which is where the highest amount of money would be spent. And like, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
I don't know, maybe because I'm too overconfident about people willing to explore other places, but most people don't.
Yeah, it's exactly that. And the thing that I mentioned earlier, the underdog syndrome. They don't believe that the things they have, they like celebrate here or like worth other people's time, and that breaks me.
I guess I'm a part of the problem because I struggle to talk about stuff in my country because I feel like there's nothing else to say that will excite people aside from Minecraft and Vikings.
Now you said something that interests me a lot.
Yeah.
I would like to like
The problem I have with Vikings, at least how it betrayed outside my country, even inside my country, is like they always portray Vikings high horn helmets, even though they never did historically. That's a
it must be a micro history of like
yes.
war history.
I would not call me history buffs. They're more like care about people not misinterpret things from our culture, I guess. Like I had to constantly remind people that the Viking horns was never a thing, because I don't remember exactly where the myth happened. I want to guess it's either football fans who caused it, or they actually took the literal based on what British people used to describe Vikings and were used to raid them. But that's my wild guess.
The fucking Simpsons had like a skit with Brazil, and a monkey entered like Bart's hotel window and like steals his lunch money.
Oh my god, I remember. Was the episode not blame on Lisa or something?
I think so. I am not like well versed with like the Simpsons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you wanna know what's the saddest truth?
What?
That is not that far from happening.
Oh my god.
Not that far from happening, legit. So I can't even like say like, that is actually.
I already know that the one episode was so controversial, the entire Brazilian government tried to sue Fox for the episode. This is fun because Fox will also give you later Rio 2. Which actually did help a bird from saved from extinction in the wild, so I guess that's a good thing came from it.
It's weird. The Simpsons are a weird program because they sometimes predict like some wild shit. Like,
yeah.
How did you know? What is the insight that you have, Mr.
To be fair, a lot of people from The Simpsons also make Futurama. They basically have the same thing. Except they actually delve on science stuff because they kind of have to based on the setting of Futurama.
I'm still shocked that Futurama ended before Simpsons. Like, I'd expect Futurama to have like more content to be done.
I guess its setting made it Futurama a little more niche compared to The Simpsons.
I would like think it's the opposite. I would think like the Simpsons is more niche because it's a suburban American family.
A fair point.
I was so shocked that the HOA is actually a real thing.
Actually, speaking of Simpsons, do you know we used to have a Swedish dub of Simpsons? It was a Swedish dub at one point, but it was so bad that they switched to sub shortly thereafter. And I'm not able to find the Swedish dub anywhere, and I have rumors that the Swedish dub has already become lost media. Because how bad it was. Apparently it was so bad nobody wanted to preserve it. Again, I don't know if it's lost media yet already or not, but I would not be surprised at this point. It was like infamous bad. I don't really remember how long they went. I don't think they was able to finish season 1, but was for switch to the sub.
We have a lot of like the dub that really do fight to match as perfect as possible the voicing of the character for the American actor. To the point where sometimes when you have like an American actor die, Brazil will only realize like way later because the drummer is like the same person, or vice versa. Like you think that the voice actor of like a character died way earlier because the DA that would dub the character died with him. One that happened was actually Shrek.
Oh.
Shrek was still played like I believe up to the fourth track, like to the same American dub, but the Brazilian dub died on Shrek 2. So like in Shrek 3, when the voice changed like it didn't even change that wildly, in my opinion. But like everyone's like, what happened? No, that is not true.
It kind of reminds me what happened to the Simpsons in Japan, because the voice actor behind Sims Homer in Japan passed away, and they never made a Japanese dub after that because he they felt the voice actor was married to the character, so they switched to sub after that instead of hiring a new actor. Mm. Yeah. I think they only did that once for the Simpsons movie when it got some backlash, so they switched back to the original actors. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think people will ever be ready. I genuinely don't. Yeah, I don't think it'll ever be ready. I think it would rather just stop doing Dragon Ball content in general rather than continue with the actor, but I'm not entirely sure. Unfortunately, it's like that. But Right, I remember also, she also was voice of Gilmani Timmers, wasn't she? Yeah. But to be fair, Digimon has that luxury of not every Digimon is the same individual, so they can get away with having a Gilmon be voiced with someone else. Mm-hmm. What? The fuck? Why? No, and I'm not judging you for using. I'm more like, who? Why would one invent that? What spaghetti pappino? I'm sorry, I cannot do Italian. So sorry. Honestly, didn't this do the same thing with Dark Raiders voice actor? Because I was about to say it probably would not be the first time someone did it. As sad as it is. I thought for a second again then you said Shucklefox. I was like, what? Yeah, to be fair, it's some funny sounding word, but you have to use it carefully. That's still more than I know. I think American actors. I think like Mel Blanc and Charles Martinet. Like people who are already dead, basically. or it's close. I don't know. Sorry.
It's because there was a meme, like Daniel Radcliffe, his face, and then like his face on a cliff, like a pair of skates, like floating. Daniel Rad was a red cliff, and they're like, God, fucking damn it. In fact, my poor ability to remember names almost busted me in school at some point because I had to learn like for history class, you know, the names of like important figures in Brazilian culture,
Mm.
and I was like, who the hell was this guy again? Don't go. And there is an important figure in Brazilian culture who has 42 surnames. I shit you not, 42 surnames. You had to remember that.
Fuck me.
Like, why are you like this? Why are you like this, Brazilian culture?
Why must you make us suffer?
Right? But you could. It is still to this day. It's like a great sense of like shock when you are either a Brazilian learning English or like you are like trying to file a document or like any kind of code that like you need to put your name because it's only asks name and surname or like name and last name. And you, as a Brazilian, you don't know if you have to put both your surnames. You usually have three, or just the last name. It's usually like,
That sounds that's super annoying.
yeah, it kind of is. To be safe, I always put like both my surname if you ask like last name. Like, okay, I'm gonna put both. You can't stop me. You will eat my second surname.
I'm trying to think about what can I talk about my culture that will not bore people to sleep.
Honestly, and it doesn't have to be just your culture. It can be like something that you enjoy, something that actually. What is the character you're drawing?
Her name is Amaki Seina. I don't know how to pronounce it, but she's from a one-shot manga. I think it's called Blue Ursus. Det var Slavi hon, det var Lavis hon kyss with me, because of course.
Honestly, I've been seeing like in real art, like here and there, mostly because I don't pay a lot of attention to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I should, but and you have been improving a lot since the beginning of the year. Like I've been seeing your progress and literally show like miles.
Oh, thank you.
I'm happy about that.
I so sorry, go.
I was just gonna like blaze all over like your laoi like yesterday. This is so fucking good.
That's good because I've been doing this just to practice so to get better body mass, bodybuildings. Sorry, muscle. Sorry. Mm.
Body language is also a thing that like very important, and a lot of people like take it for granted because like, oh, I want to make a sexy character. I want to give her a huge boob or like a big boob. You can make a character sexy without having like the sexual proportion just by using a body language. You are able to do that.
It's like that one quote for Little Mermaid before I was like, "Don't underestimate my power, body language." and the funny part is she's not wrong.
Like it's funny, but like sometimes people say like, I don't understand why do men prefer like an older woman you wearing like those big sweaters than like this other like slutty young character. It's because the older woman's looking at me like she has hunger. And that is like doesn't apply just like that. It applies also like, oh, I want to make this character imposing without like making him a muscle wall, or like without making him be like a higher echo in their office in their line of work. Body language tells everything. If there is like one advice that can like say is like learn to make your poses more dynamic so that you're able to reach very
Yeah, I need. That's another thing I feel I need to get better. I need to be better at drawing dynamic poses like Lavi does, because every time I look at Lavi, I'm being like, "Fuck! I wish I could do that."
That makes me mad. Lavi has such a strong point to make comic panels, but she doesn't believe it. She doesn't believe it. Here's the deal: she doesn't like to color or like to fill with colors to paint. She likes seeing them done, but she doesn't like the process. That is completely okay. However, her art style to make comics is already good enough to make a good comic and get a good following. But because she's a perfectionist, she doesn't think she's ready. And it fucking makes me mad.
To be honest, I also have a perfectionist issues, but I try to fight over it.
Honestly, and that's very true. And I'm very happy for you doing your best to get over it. Because like there's a lot to an artist aside just color. Because it's kind of like art. Art is kind of like bakery. There's only so many ways you can make a good vanilla cake. Like there's only so many ways like you can change the recipe to make a good vanilla cake without it becoming another cake completely. AKA, there's only so many ways you can make like a female muscle character without making her fall into like the same two tones.
To be fair, Lavi gave it a 5. All of them felt very different to me.
Yeah, and that's like a good like with love. It's like how fresh she is able to make the same art.
Oh, hold on. Shit, did I forgot to do it again? Hold on. No, I try to. Oh, and now it works. Sorry. I forgot to change the window on the Discord audio.
There is no issue with that.
So sorry. I keep forgetting to do it every single time.
No, don't worry about that. In fact, you can later on check on your settings and see if like you can check the in the natural quote unquote settings so that you don't have like to change every time.
What can you do that? How do you do that?
Yeah. Are you talking about Discord, right?
I have a Discord audio source.
Discord audio source, right?
Hold on, let me double check. Give me a second.
No.
Application audio capture.
Okay, is it on Discord or is it on the OBS?
It's OBS. I also use the Discord application.
There is a bit of a pickle right now because there are two things that might be happening. The Discord and the OBS might be fighting for the same microphone, or the OBS or the Discord might be quote unquote hogging it, and that makes it so that the other one doesn't have innate the rights to that microphone. So that's like why you have to change every time. It's best to do like that kind of troubleshooting like on a better day to not distract you from your art. And we can honestly do that later or tomorrow.
I don't really know how. I'm sorry, I didn't fully understand what he meant. I was still like, do I need to use a different audio input or what?
Usually, if you go to the settings of both Discord and OBS, you can go on click on settings. If you go on audio, you usually have a part that will say like, oh, what do you want to be the default input and output? Input is for microphone, output is for your headset.
Oh, you mean I use the mic slash auxiliary the audio?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you even? So it doesn't say Discord when I pull up. It says default, extension microphone, microphone array, and cable output.
Okay. And on Discord, that setting says the same thing, or is it like not being able to identify it?
That's fine. I go for global audio devices. It doesn't. Discord doesn't work.
Oh, the global one, like on the computer.
No global audio devices on OBS.
Oh, okay. Huh.
I don't know what settings you use.
Yeah. I would have to look into that like a bit better.
Yeah.
Honestly, actually, I think Draxo is better because he has like messed a lot of audio, like for a big part of time. He even got like his audio distortion device to work like swimmingly.
What you said, Draxo had?
Draxo has worked a lot better with audio, like both on using for Discord and OBS. I would like ask him because he was even able to make like the audio on the OBS identify his audio distortion device. You know those things that you use like to change your voice to make something like be like
the voice mod, I think it was called.
Yeah, voice mods.
So I don't get it.
Didn't you say you had like an audio issue, and that's why like you had to change the things?
Every time I use Discord, I have to change the window, or else it will not work.
I think I misunderstood your problem. I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I understand the Wayland's help.
I made you chase your own tail like for a good 10 minutes. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just need to not be dumb, but remind myself to fix it every time someone's call. So don't spend like an hour talking to nobody.
Oh my god, right? It was like me like earlier when I told you that I was like having audio issues. Sometimes it feels like the more technology advances, the more its problems become like esoteric.
Yeah.
It's like why did you not work today? Oh, because I don't feel like it. Like,
it's like I say, I feel like technology getting closer to magic in terms of how much makes no sense.
Yup, absolutely. This is how like you understand the Warhammer 40k tech mages. I'm just gonna pray that the machine spirit still works.
Okay, I should probably take some water because it's been an hour. So give me a second.
Absolutely, go drink water. What the hell?
Please drink some water, you thirsty bitch.
You heard the alert?
Yep.
I have that every time I drink some water because it works. Because I need to hydrate and I am a bitch.
I always have like my water bottle close to me.
Yeah.
Because
I always had it, but I have one that specifically has locks that stay closed so they don't. So just in case I don't actually. So in case I actually knock your hole where the bar doesn't spill.
Oh my god.
This is good. Sorry.
I was just gonna say like the reason I'm so careful with like my water intake is because my father's side has a historic of kidney stones, and my mother's side has a history of diabetes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So like I have to keep like looking at my blood sugar, my blood levels, and it's like, am I in danger of amputating my leg or having a stroke today? Which one is it?
That's unfortunately I have to worry about that.
It is quote unquote unfortunate, but it is also simple. I'm going to talk about a little bit of a gross thing here, but like the simplest way to know if your bloodstream is healthy is just pay attention to your pee. Every time you go to the bathroom, look at it. If it looks clear yellow, like the colorful, let's say, you know, like how most like school assessors have like the very clear yellow.
No. The gender I do not know.
It might be like something that is mostly here in Brazil. It is like a very standard color yellow.
Oh, okay.
But let me think. Okay, basically, if it looks like a very clear yellow, that is about a healthy, could be clearer. The more transparent your pee, the better. But if your pee is very transparent and you haven't drunk that much water that day, you should also worry because it might be kidney failure.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if your pee is green then?
If you pee green, it might just be broccoli.
Oh.
If you pee red, it might be beets. Because broccoli and beets actually have a lot of color pigmentation. They have a lot of pigmentation.
Okay.
And because the pigmentation has no nutritional value, it goes straight to the pee. So if you are eating healthy and you're drinking healthily, your pee should look just an average color, like between transparent and opaque. If your pee and it's like really dark with a strong smell, please, for the love of God, drink more water. Your body is basically working like a fucking molasses factory. Like your blood, if a vampire beat your body, he would have to use a fork and a knife to drink your blood. Oh my god.
I love that this is the discussion has gone to so far.
I'm so sorry, but to me, it is an important thing. Like,
yeah.
Because there is a lot of topics that people say like, ooh, this topic's so disgusting, so nasty, ooh, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's your body. It's your goddamn body. And it is the easiest way like to keep track of your inner health, your gut health.
Yeah.
So you should be aware of it.
Yeah.
You should be...
I always judge people who freak out and someone mentions past or puberty. I feel like I was just like, bitches, it's something that half the whole human population has to deal with.
Yep. Just like sweat, like, oh my god, this and this sweat, and like, motherfucker, you sweat too. You're not a robot. Though there are people that say like, ooh, everyone sweats, I don't have to, put deodorant. Yes, you do. Put the goddamn deodorant.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So there is a lot of buses here in Brazil, right? And the horrible part is that we don't have that much of a deodorant culture, which you might think is awful when it is like some of the hottest days. It is the latest of the night, so like people are coming back from the work, and the bus smells like a fucking factory.
Oh god.
And not because it smells of chemicals, because it smells of sweaty old men. My god. There was a time that, I shit you not, the bus driver stopped the bus and said like, okay, whoever the fuck is smelling like the whole factory, please leave. Because it was genuinely making other people woozy. People are like fucking like, god, imagine. Oh man. Brazil is not a real country. Some things happen here that are like immensely funny, and you'd think like, this could not happen in real life. This is way too like unrealistic, but it does.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me that when I learned that there was a Swedish ship that sank faster than the Titanic.
What?
Oh, you did not know?
Don't think so.
Fuck, what was the name of the boat? I think it was Vasa Gas, I think? I don't remember the actual name, but it was a boat from centuries ago. I think it was like, it was not the Vikings, but after that. Well, basically, Swedish royalty was a still thing. It was meant to be a battleship, but I don't remember exact the details, but it was built such a way that it could not excel in any kind of wind because it would lean to the other side and sink down immediately.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and the crazy part is, so over 300 years later, people actually discovered the boat and almost like 100% preserved the boat, and then it's now is part of the museum.
Oh my fucking god.
And not only did the boat almost 100% make it 100% preserved, but we were able to find the skeletons of where people died in the ship. And the clothes and jewelry they used to have.
It's haunted! It's haunted! Don't use the boat! Just don't!
They cannot. They can only sing. They cannot function, so no one uses the boat.
Jesus Christ! Just don't. Just go. Put it back. Put it back on whatever hole you fucking took it from. There are so many horror movies with that exact plot. Please.
Actually, I should probably look up this easy for.
There are so many horror movies with that same plot. Please. Put it back. Put it back on the David Jones locker.
Museum is called Vasa Museum. I can actually go show it on Discord so you can see it.
Oh, absolutely. I would like to.
Because hold on. Post it in here.
Let me take a big whiff of it.
This is from the official YouTube channel of the Axel Museum.
Oh my god.
This was like in the 70s or the 80s, and they found that and tried to bring it back up from surfers.
Oh my god. This is haunted! This is just haunted! It just is!
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not been a horror movie based on the boat.
Yup! I probably know which movie you're talking about because I did the mistake of watching it, and for the longest time I was like afraid of ropes and anchors. Even though like I don't live nearly near any boat at all.
Oh shit! I found something. This one twist. This a video that's a 360-degree camera angle of the ship, so you can check it out.
No! No!
You're not legally allowed to step on a boat. You can only watch it from distance, but this is close you're gonna get to be able to stand on the boat to look at it.
God. It is dead as haunted. If someone drops a drop of blood in the boat, you can see like all the ghosts like come out and like sail the boat in a green fog. I'm 100% on that.
I think one of the people who died on the boat was like not even adult, sometimes somewhere in his 16 years old or something.
Oh my god! Yeah, no, it is just dead as haunted. It is just dead as.
Yeah. The museum usually there to remind us of failures, most of the actual spectacle on the boat. Because there's so many people died on the boat.
My fucking god. Holy shit. You could not pay me like to put my feet on the boat. I know that is like forbidden, but like even if it weren't, like you could not pay me a king's ransom to step on the boat.
You're not legally allowed to step on the boat. Because again, it's ancient.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if it weren't forbidden, you could not pay me a king's ransom to step on the boat. Like, even if you paid me, hey, Ned, you want like $10,000 to step on the boat? No! I want to keep my immortal soul, thank you. I don't want to go to the Davy Jones locker.
But yeah, you can check it on your time.
Mm-hmm.
I actually been a bit at museum with my family once, and words cannot describe how huge the boat is.
Oh,
It's like, you think it's big, but it's way bigger in person.
What the fuck? Is it like a fucking liminal space? It's kind of big. Then you enter into like back rooms. Like, oh.
But you gotta remember, this is a battleship made for royalty.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think it was 2 or 3 decks with weapon cannons on the sides.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a big battleship to conquer other countries, but they could not even float, so...
The fucking boat failed at least being a boat. Can you imagine that?
Only because they didn't want to defend the king, but tell them the truth.
Oh my goodness.
It was a different time.
Yeah. Speaking of that kind of like old-timey transportation, apparently like dirigibles, you know, like those big balloon-like transports. Blimps. I forgot the name. Apparently blimps are like a lot more safer now, but due to like the Hindenburg, like they never recovered from like the bad rap.
Yeah, because they used I forgot what they used, but they did not use the usual stuff that you make them float, so because back in the day we made them more flammable.
Yep. So yeah, like apparently, like if we like manned up and like went back to blimps, it would be a lot safer than airplanes, and it would also be we use a lot less fuel. But ever since the Hindenburg happened, like nobody, like I ain't stepping on that.
Very fortunate.
It is. The other thing is nuclear energy, because like apparently there is a channel that I love watching. It is Kyle something. He's a really cool thing is that he's like very throughout on his research on whatever topic he's talking, and he spent like the better part of like 3 months talking about radiation, both accidents and like improvements. And apparently the fucking Chernobyl accident was the most like telegraphed accident possible, but it happened because people in upper management didn't want to spend in like safety measures.
Oh god.
And like if it weren't the bad rep that accident gave us, we would be like in the quote unquote in the future right now.
That was very fortunate.
Mm-hmm. You want to know what's more unfortunate? Apparently, they discovered the fungi that eat radiation in Chernobyl.
A fungus?
Yes, I want to study that. I want to study the fucking fallout mushroom. Can you imagine? Some mushroom that like starts growing up the more radioactive it is.
That's not something from a horror movie, not gonna lie.
Exactly. That's so cool. 2 types of people. Another interesting thing that is happening in Chernobyl is that animals there are starting to evolve into being a lot more resistant to radiation, to the point where people that visit Chernobyl have to be warned to not pet the dogs.
Oh
because
god.
there will be like wild dogs that are incredibly friendly, incredibly cuddly, but they are lethally radioactive.
Aww.
So like if you pet the puppy, your hand is gonna melt.
That's so sad.
That is so fucked. I need to pet the puppy. I need to.
That's literally equivalent to being allergic to cuteness. I cannot touch on the allergic to cuteness. Hold the react, the puppy's like, oh, dies.
Straight up, yeah. Like, I will die, but I will pet this dog. Oh, fucking falls flat. Apparently, they are trying to solve Chernobyl by using a big sarcophagus. Like, scientists are working like around the clock to both disarm the radioactiveness from it and to find better ways to dispose from it, which is interesting because it poses like certain types of questions that you never think about. Like they're trying to think about it is a genuinely language problem that they're going through. Like, how do we leave a message that does not rely on a culture, does not rely on a civilization, does not rely on anything, but can still like signalize that it is like dangerous to open? Because radioactive waste can like still be a problem even like millions of years into the future. So scientists were trying to discover a way to make a symbol that like even if like humanity gets like completely wiped out and let's say like the dolphins start taking over the earth, if the
I feel squids are more like to take over the world.
Oh man, absolutely. My money is actually on the crows because they already came out of the sea.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe what if both? What if like the crows have the octopi like to take over the earth?
Honestly, I said squid only such a joke because Platoon.
Oh my god, yeah! Oh my god, we're gonna have Splatoon in 2020 like 900.
To be fair, birds do still exist as Platoon, just not mammals.
Yup.
So you're not wrong technically.
It's so fucking good. I love like when a cutesy game has like such a dystopic like background.
Yeah, Kirby.
Oh my god. So yeah, like that is the issue that like the scientists were going through, making a symbol that could like reliably transcribe, like danger, don't fucking open this, even if the next culture that got around that symbol was like completely alien to human culture. A really funny thing to, well, not funny, interesting thing to think about.
Yeah.
Because there are things, like there are visual cues that are like hard coded into our genes, like
Or
to either be
universal, you
wary
mean,
of-
like?
Huh?
You mean like universal?
Yeah. Basically, like how any animal, any person will like see a bright red animal and immediately like back away, even if
Yeah.
like for a split second.
I remember he read it was somewhere that like kind of experimented test monkeys where they learned that someone wore a red shirt, the monkey would avoid at all costs, even if they held the banana.
Yeah.
And if there was a second person that did not have a red shirt but had no bananas, it was to go to that person every time.
Yep.
But if two people have red shirts and both have bananas, the monkey will not react to any of them.
He's like, way too many red shirts. I got out of here.
To be fair, I think this is just because of snakes, because some snakes are in fact not red.
A lot of them. A lot of the like most poisonous one are like red and black. There's another color that like sends people immediately into like a guarded stance.
Actually, I mentioned about the manga I mentioned earlier. You want to see the actual manga panels?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is from Blue Ursus. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but this is basically manga love image to me. This is how she actually looks like.
Oh my
180 centimeters tall.
Oh dear lord. Oh, to be squashed by her thighs.
Do you understand why Lovey likes her?
Yep.
And you know what? And do you know what she does? She wrestles with ghosts of spirits, like a wrestler pro.
She wrestles spirits.
Yep.
That is so good. That is so good.
And like I said, it's a one-shot manga, so you can read the whole thing in one volume.
Man, this reminds me. There is a web comic. It's already over, but like it's such a good read. Is Dr. McNinja. I highly recommend you look up Dr. McNinja and read it. It's very long, but as I said, it ended, so like you don't have to play catch up.
Mm-hmm.
But it is literally a web comic that runs on rule of cool, to the point where like sometimes they're gonna like explain a plot point by saying like that is not cool, therefore something's wrong, because the cool thing should have happened. And as it says, the main character is literally a doctor that is a ninja. And one of the fucking archetypes is that one of the subplots of the comic is that if you hum the Ghostbusters theme, you can punch ghosts. But you have to hum the Ghostbusters theme to get the power.
Oh, you mean like this girl right here?
Yep, you gotta go. If you hum the Ghostbuster theme, you can punch ghosts.
Oh, get upon.
Yep. And that's somehow that translates into Dr. McNinja punching the NASA ghost to fight a space Dracula.
My God.
That is also
why Dracula?
I don't know. That's the thing. I could tell you like all kinds of spoilers right now, and they would not be spoilers because they make absolutely no sense without context.
Man, no wonder the live edition looks like vampires or Dracula's poured on the spotlights.
Oh my goodness. I love that Dracula like has had so many interpretations that to this point like you could have a family of Draculas and they could be like all very different.
Wasn't there a Castlevania game where Dracula was able to turn into a dragon?
Yeah, but that's because like in Christian myth, it's weird to say like this, but like there are vampire mythos that are like more Christian based, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the more Christian based mythos of the vampire, the very first vampire was Cain, because he sold Christ. So he was punished to live his whole life on Earth. And that's why silver would be harmful to vampires, because he sold Jesus for silver coins. It also like about being a pure metal and like being like representing purity of spirit, etc. It's also like why they can't cross running water is because of the baptism of Christ. They got like kicked out of that club, so they can't even touch running water. And they would be able to become the dragon because they are naturally, because like they got kicked from the I Like Christ club, they are like on the devil club, so they can become dragons and other like quote unquote satanic creatures like wolves, goats, bats, women. For some reason, women.
To be fair, there are men who turn for the women, so I guess it's just that strange. Have you seen America? Actually. Have you seen America?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Women are scary. Like they can use anything like to fucking fire you. Like, ma'am, I just said hi to you. You're harassing me. Like what? Oh my god. I am to blame, but I love watching like videos of like gossip. Like those like am I the asshole?
So usually like the male version of that girl who reads all the gossip and spying on everybody.
Yup. Oh my god, that's me. That's so. Because here's the deal. I like being a friend and listening to all kinds of trouble. Like I enjoy doing that for my friends. I enjoy being able to like give them genuine advice and etc. And there is a thing that I realize that a lot of problems, especially nowadays, that we have, is done by poor communication. Like someone says, like, "Oh, I don't think I should tell them that because this, and that," or like, "Oh, I don't think I should say this because then they would think like less of me." Essentially, a lot of trouble would be done, like with the people just communicated more. And being a bit of a gossip girl, something that I would sometimes do is like, I listen to someone's point, right? I listen to like their case. And the one thing you should never do is quote unquote name your sources. So like you should not talk about something if that person does not bring up. So let me say like this. I have a friend that he likes someone, right? And I know for a fact that someone also likes them. But one will not confess to the other. And I'll be sitting there looking at this goddamn K-pop soap opera without a goddamn resolution to it. So what I would usually do is, if person A tells me like, "Oh man, I really like person B, but I don't know how to tell her," I'll be like, "Oh wow, really? Man, you could always ask her. If you never ask her, you already have the no. But if you ask, you might get a yes."
It is you then. It is you then.
Oh my god. Let me see what you posted.
Unless you get tired of me.
I cannot take another season of you two verbally edging each other. This has to be the season you fuck.
Yep, that's me. That's me. That's dead as me. That's dead as me. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god.
Someone shared a previous stream in one, and they're talking about love. We've seen Jackson with some of our some of the people talking
their
D&D
characters.
campaign. Yeah.
Yep, that is dead as me. That is dead as me. Like, I can't fucking take it anymore. You like him like you. Get together.
Start fucking, you fuckers.
But yeah, like, I understand that, like, being a gossip girl is bad because, like, you lose trust on people. Yes, you absolutely will if you use gossip for evil. What is like, Nathan, all gossip is evil? I disagree. It's because when you communicate certain things, you trust that person will not say to like the wrong crowd, right? Like if someone tells me like, "Oh man, Nathan, I need to tell you this, but I'm gay. Please don't tell anyone." Like Of course, I won't tell anyone that I know that I would make fun of someone for being gay. However, if I have a group of gay friends that can like provide support and emotional support to him, I will tell that group of friends. Because like that is a positive way of spreading the information. Now that friend that felt alone will have a group of similar people that can like guide them throughout that part of life. I see it. It's very tragic, but I sometimes see like so many friendships end because like they drifted apart due to simply a lack of communication. And it's because like I understand like people don't want to get hurt, but if you keep playing safe on not getting hurt, yes, you will not get hurt, but you will also not find love. You will not find love. You will not make new connections, new relationships.
It's
And
like
it really.
Sorry.
No, go on. It's important.
I was just about to say, if you don't take any risk, you get no reward.
Yeah, exactly. And it's what I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they care way too much about their labels and others think about them. Just be yourself. It doesn't matter if someone gives you a label. It doesn't matter what they think of you. Just do what makes you happy and be with whoever makes you happy. You don't have to belong to a crowd to be happy. There is a very big issue here in Brazil where, especially women, they are going to like date and marry very early because like that's what's seen as the culturally like appropriate thing to do. And a lot of them end up like in horrible situations with like toxic relationships or worse, like 7 feet under. And it breaks my heart because like those women did not have to be in that situation. They only got to that situation because they were peer pressured. And like, you can be happy and not be dating someone. Just for an idea, I started dating. My very first girlfriend was when I was 28 years old. I simply didn't chase dating. I wanted someone that felt natural. And so my first girlfriend was actually someone that I was friends with for like five or so years. I genuinely don't understand when people like, oh, let's date, and like 3 months later, oh, let's marry. I'm like, what the fuck?
I kind of weird. I don't want to say weird history or weird experience with relationship, love relationship specifically. But as a kid, I thought for the longest time that having a boyfriend or lover was kind of a mandatory requirement as a woman.
Oh god, yeah.
So for the longest time, I was like, oh, when I turn 13, I must have a boyfriend or whatever.
I must acquire a boy.
I did not know. I thought it was a mandatory requirement. I didn't think I have any other options.
I can't even blame you. I can't even blame you because like what do you see on movies and series, right? Oh, girl made 18, time to get a boyfriend.
Yeah. And then I'm not doing well to it, so eventually you just drifted apart.
Man.
And it's not really because of bad relations, it's more like I moved to a new city and we couldn't remain in contact and whatnot.
I get that.
But I even admitted that hey, I made a bad decision. I thought was this and that, so that's why we became so sorry. And this is my fault on my end.
No, absolutely not. One thing that you should never blame yourself is like on a relationship, like oh, I don't have a boyfriend, don't have a girlfriend because it's my bad. It's not that simple. People nowadays are very black and white, either 0 or either 1. But real life is not like that. So like a lot of people think that a relationship has to be like one giving all and the other one only taking, be it a man or a woman. But it's not quite that. To have a healthy relationship, both have to compromise. Like, oh, I like this and I don't like that. And the girl or boy is like, oh, but I like this and I don't like that. And you find a middle ground. 1 week you do something that the other doesn't like, but the other does. And the other week you do the opposite. And you just learn to enjoy like that. Like, let's say for an example. I don't like soccer, even though it's like a stereotype that every Brazilian loves soccer. But let's say I start dating a girl that likes soccer. I may not like soccer, but I would invest on like what do I like? I love trivia. I love like weird shit trivia. Did you know that there is one game of soccer that has n.5 on the score? Because when the ball was kicked to the goal, the ladders that would cover the soccer ball core unstitched and fell out of the goal, but the ball core fell into the goal.
Oh,
so
wow.
that goal was counted as n.5.
Oh my god.
So yeah, like that is a way I can enjoy soccer in the same way that my girlfriend would enjoy soccer. That is what a healthy relationship, should do. Find the middle ground. But honestly, that is like the best advice I can give for love is do not rush it, do not push it. It will happen when it has to. And if you must, at least date a whole year with that person. Because during a whole year, you're going to see how they are during like certain holidays. You're going to see how they behave with their family or your family. And you're going to see, like through the good and the bad. Because some people, and I hate to admit this, especially men, only want, like the funny bits. And they don't want to care about the real end goal. And that irks me.
Yeah, it reminds me of some of my classmates I used to have because I got to puberty very early. I got to my first period was like 11.
Mhm.
And that was before anybody else's. So by the time everybody reached the puberty, every single man would basically try to harass me, see me as more like angle for the funny bits, I guess.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I remember I used to have a classmate who would walk to me and be like, "Hey, can I touch your melons?" and try to do it before he even gave me a. That sadly happened more than once.
What the?
Yeah, I don't get people. I don't get it.
This is where men have like such an easier time than women. Aside, so many other things. But because men sexual maturity doesn't literally show up, like, yeah, it will happen. Like, you're gonna like stretch yourself. You should mature, though a lot don't. And a man's virginity is not, easy to pinpoint. He doesn't have like a big flag for that. A lot of men like don't get the same flack that women get, because I didn't had, she didn't died, and we're still friends. I have a friend that she always had like lose that skin, right, hymen, and for some reason, apparently, like that made like other men think that like she was like well used, which is the most derogatory thing I could ever hear.
Yeah.
And also like the thing about like the first period, right? Well, I don't know much because I'm not a woman, but I live in a house full of women. Like, I had my sister, I had my mother, and a lot of the people that would visit me would be women. And I also, a big part of my friend circle were also women. So like I do like to think that I have like a good time talking to women and like befriending them. So a lot of the time, like periods here in Brazil, they are taken like, oh my god, my little angel is so mature now. Whee! It's like a thing to celebrate. But it is weird to think that like, oh, you mature, so now you're lesser. Now you're just like eye candy. I'm like, what the fuck?
That is
Come on, it's still a human. Yeah, it's fucked.
Back to me getting early puberty, because I forgot the first period before anybody else. I actually had some girls who bullied me for having my first period because I was creepy and weird for having red cherries juice come out of me.
Nah, that They were just jealous.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I
cunts.
literally cannot use a bathroom over shower after gym exercise because they will scold me or make fun of me because I have to use pass before anybody else's. Which jokes on them that it was their turn. So I was sitting in slide, and they go first period. I was sitting in slide first time.
Yeah. You were just like smug ass smile, like yeah. Good to see you on the other side of the fence, huh? How's that migraine every month coming? Good. The worst part of all of this is like my mother and my sister, they have like hereditary migraines, and they always get worse like during the period. And I'm just like sitting there like the fucking poor male that has to learn like how to navigate this shit. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna like give them nothing to worry about today.
Sorry?
No. I had to stop at my thought. I was just gonna start another thought, so you can like interrupt.
I was about to say, since it's a manga, everything is black and white. There's only color it has is like front. So I was debating if I should maybe do grayscale for this one, but I don't know.
Doing grayscales would be very nice actually. Or you could look up on Google and see if there is any colored page.
I have seen a few of them, but not the whole body, only like the face profile.
So yeah, that fucks.
Yes. So yeah, I feel like it might be safer to do with grayscale, but I don't know.
Yeah.
All I see is there is her hair is supposed to be more reddish. But with her clothes, I have no idea. At most, her tie is red, but again, it's like she not using her tie to modify.
Yep.
So it might be easier for the grayscale, like I said.
Not only that, if you do grayscale, you can later on add color, because the grayscale will already be there, and just have to like put the color in.
Actually, should you? I forget to do this, but I remember reading somewhere that it's usually a good idea to start with grayscale like this. Not grayscale, but more gray background like this before you go color. So you get...
absolutely, because you learn like how to make a contrasting light, which is something that could give you more trouble if you go like straight up to color. Because not always a color shade or light will be just like that color but brighter or that color but darker. Sometimes it could be like a completely different color, like using blues to make a warm tones shade, and all kinds of color theory that I could not understand, because I color my artwork like I'm a parrot. I always use like extremely vibrant colors.
I thought it was going to say I color things like a dog.
Oh my god!
Because they almost colorblind, almost.
Listen, only if, because then I would at least color them like a more mute color.
Yeah.
No, I colored them like either a parrot or a shrimp.
I think dogs can only see blue and yellow, but not entirely sure.
Man, if only one day we find out like how to talk to dogs and cats, that would be awesome.
Or terrible, depending on how things goes.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the dog cats would be just brutally honest to follow say things we don't want to hear.
Oh my god, that would be so good! The person like, oh my god, I can finally talk to you, Fido. Fido, do you love me? You know, you're a good owner, but like I don't know if we can keep this relationship. You know, like let's keep it strictly professional. You'd be just like, oh, okay.
Hey, I don't know. I just like a headcanon that if cats and dogs could talk, they would never say a lie, not even a light one, and not even a white one.
Oh my god, yeah. Like the dog always speaks the truth, the cat always talks in lies. So like if someone drops like a vase while you were away, okay, who did it? That's fucking... my dog is barking. Probably because someone like walked around.
Yeah. What kind of dog is it, by the way?
She's a stray, so like she doesn't have a specific race,
Okay.
but she has like tidbits of a German Shepherd in there.
Okay, so I was
A little
saying
bit
that
of
those sometimes
Doberman.
are those sometimes use watchdogs.
Yeah,
Not
she's a
guard dogs, but
watchdog, but
watchdog.
she is a bit of a watchdog, but she's also like extremely lovingly. So she watches for people while wagging her tail.
Okay.
So she like watching, but not for enemies. She's watching for friends to play with.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I'm here. I just want you to know.
Oh my god, yeah, that is essentially her. Oh my god.
That's basically the difference between a watchdog that's friendly versus watchdogs that's looking for enemies.
Yep. Oh my god, I love the fact that like they are like canine units, so like police dogs, that they failed their training because they're too friendly.
It actually happens
So
to
they're
some
like-
police dogs in where I live. Sometimes they're faster with dogs with
Yep.
certain age, and then sent to police for train, and they come back. So actually, this one is too friendly. Here, you can keep it permanently if you want.
Yep. I would love that. I would die for that chance. I would be like, oh my god, you're too baby. Imagine like
baby.
someone. Imagine like you go to a job interview and they say like, you look too friendly, you're too nice, we can't have you here. We need someone that has like soul destroying aura.
To be fair, depending on what kind of job you have, you have to be mentally stable to be able to do it.
Yep.
So being too nice can mean like you might be vulnerable to get emotionally breakdown.
Oh man, not only that, you could also be vulnerable to being like made of a fool. Because there are like a lot of clients that, like if they see that you're easy to manipulate, they're going to manipulate you.
I don't know if I told you this, but I work at a grocery store part time and never allowed to work in a cashier. Never. I'm never allowed to work there. And
Because you were a nice person. You're very nice.
That and the fact that I told them once that I used to have depression for majority of my childhood during school, and they were like, "Oh, I don't want you to go back to that. You better for your mental health to stay away from that."
Oh, absolutely, because you would find some Karens. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, apparently I have heard stories that someone had to quit the job at the grocery store because of depression. Because of the customers in the cashier would be so brutal.
Oh my fucking... Yeah, no, like, you need to have some mental fortitude.
Yeah.
And
that's why the grocery store I worked at, I was super fucking picky in terms of what people get to work in cashier or not. It's all about mental state.
It's one thing, and here's the deal, right? I think that a lot of people nowadays don't have mental fortitude because they're not allowed to develop that mental fortitude. And then you might be asking, like, Nathan, what the hell do you mean with that? Everything starts with like simpler things, right? Like sibling rivalry. Like kind of like a sibling goes like, "Hey, only I can insult my sibling," and that kind of shit. You also have like friends that banter between each other, right? It's when you realize you gotta like at some point in your life realize that for words to hurt you, you must allow them to do so. So like if let's say Becky's like once again calling me a slut just because I like to dress in like goth makeup. I'm like if I let Becky rile me up with that comment like, "No, I'm not a girl," oh, Becky will like laugh and see that I'm an easy prey. However, it's if I simply rebuke to her like, "Takes a slut to no one," Becky will like of course every kind of bullying like has their own vicissitudes and different types of way to behave. Bullying is such a not interesting is not the word I look for, but it is like such a important topic to tackle, but it feels like no one wants to take responsibility when the secret is everyone is responsible. Parents, school, and the environment at large where a kid is are all responsible for the bullying. Parents, because it falls upon the target child to teach them how to survive that environment, when a lot of parents, all they do is like, just ignore it. That is not how you help someone. the bully parents that firmly believe their little baby angel would never do no harm, and that's fucked up in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
And the school who like, oh, we can't intervene because what if the parents find it bad? Yes, that's the point. They should find it bad and they should be punished because the little monster is making other kids fail class. Like, come the fuck on. While in school, I don't know if I talked this to you or to someone else, but oh yeah, I actually coincidentally I talked this in a chat earlier today in a chat that I have with a Japanese friend. But we were talking about being bullied, right? I was bullied in school, but I was the way I found like to surviving being bullied was to be boring, to be a boring target. Like I got bullied for having mostly female friends, for liking anime, and for playing with video games and card games during recess. When they came to make fun of me for like card games and everything, I'm like, yeah, I'm a nerd. I like this. Like, wow, so you people you play this and play this, huh? You nerd. I'm like, yeah. What of it? Yeah, this is what I chose. Yeah, and because like I wouldn't entertain the riling up, they would just like go away, go do something else. When they were going to make fun of me for like having mostly female friends, the reason I had mostly female friends is because I really like making origamis. As if you see at my stream, is what I'm doing right now. And it ended up that a lot of the girls, like, they would always come to me and ask me, like, hey Nathan, are you able to make something like this? Like, they would ask for a dragon, a flower, etc., etc. And I would be like, I don't know if I can make this today, but I can look up. And usually I would look up, and a week or so later, I would be able to give it to them. Because I generally just like to give mementos to people. Like, that is just something I like to do. And one day, when like the guys went to bully me for that, I got defended by their girlfriends. They're like, why are you all bullying Nathan? If y'all learned to do something nice for us every now and then, we wouldn't be here, would we? And I had the largest shit-eating grin on my face behind them.
Man, I wish I had it easy to deal with the bullies, because I was bullied this period for autism. It was something I could not choose or remove or wherever.
Yeah.
And I also bullied for the fact that all the women thought I was too masculine and all the men thought I was too feminine. At the same time.
You know what? That is like such a fucked up thing that people will. That bullying issue, like too feminine, too masculine, it quote unquote luckily doesn't happen a lot here in Brazil, because almost every school has a dressing code. So like you have that specific school uniform to dress on. So that minimizes quite a lot on the bullying department for like too feminine, too masculine. And those uniforms are like usually very similar. They're not quite like the Japanese uniforms, which, let me be completely straight with you, I find kind of irksome that the female part of the uniforms are, I'm gonna name it what it is, very slutty.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be real with you, like that skirt like does not leave anything to the imagination.
Yeah. Actually, I had a story about skirts. This did not happen to me, but happened to my older sister. Because some girls like to wear skirts, some guys would take advantage of that by bringing their cameras to take a picture on their panties.
I'd kill someone. I would beat the shit out of someone.
And happened so commonly, so the only solution was to make a skirts banned, and it's up to the other girls to feel like they got punished for doing absolutely nothing.
The simple solution was to just wear like sports shorts under.
They don't feel comfortable doing sports panties underneath the skirts.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
It is so comfy and easy to wear.
That's what my sister told me. I did not experience it myself. It was something that happened for her school, so
yeah.
I only know what she told me.
Man, that is like I'm for real, but like if that happens in a school, it should be within like the students' rights to file a complaint and have like the perpetrator phone like taken off. literally
Do
taken off.
you think
their,
of those
like,
gonna listen to kids? Never.
Yeah, then that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, so back in my days, and now I revealed that I'm right. I revealed that my grandpa that I was alive like back when the dinosaurs were roaming. Like back in my days when I went to school with Jesus Christ. Um,
That's a
back
South
in my
Park joke.
days, right? Back in my days when I went to school, their school had a lot more power in intervening with the students than the parents, because like in my parents' time, their school had all the rights to intervene, including physical punishment. So like if the school teacher like caught someone like cheating or being a dickhead, they would grab something called like the slapper. It was like a big piece of rubber, and they would slap their hand off the kid like pow. And,
Oh, wow.
The kid would be like, oh. The kid would be like, oh. And I am going to preface this with, I don't believe in corporal punishment to a point. What does the to a point means, Nathan? What is the big asterisk to a point? I'm going to get there. I'm just going to finish my thought on the school system. Then, when I was in school, the most schools could do was like report the kid and reprimand the kid. So if someone went like and were a big dickhead, they would be like sent back to their home. They would not get like their school attendance and their classes that day. Worst of all, if it was a test day, and that could eventually even fail the kid, like make them fail a whole year. So there is consequence. Nowadays, the parents don't want to teach their kids consequence, and the schools don't want to teach consequence. So the kid can like bully whoever they want, and they will never see consequence. So they're like, oh, I can keep doing it, right? And that like just creates a horrible spiral of like foul behavior. And now, like going back to that asterisk, not believing corporal punishment to a point. I actually talked about this with my ex-girlfriend. We're not exes because like we fought. We're just exes because like we didn't agree with certain lifestyles.
Yeah, it sounds like the one relationship I used to have.
Mm-hmm. What did you ask it again?
No, go on.
Okay. I only had 2 girlfriends like my whole life, and so this latest ex-girlfriend, we were talking once, and she said like, oh, I don't believe in corporal punishment at all. And I said like, I don't believe in corporal punishment to a point. And she like looked at me like funny, like I just said like, oh, I like kicking puppies, like in my spare time. And I said like, hold on, let me explain. When someone is very young, when someone is very much a kid, there are like proven scientist observations that they cannot understand more complex thoughts like long-term consequences. They cannot understand like nuanced consequences of an action, like all that kind of things. So you have to use a type of punishment that is immediate, so that when they're more mature, they can understand that corporal punishment they received meant something more subjective. And then comes the example. Let's say my child told a lie about someone else's child, and that made that child be like kicked out of their kindergarten, or that lie made that child lose some toy that they had. That is a problem that was done in a non-corporal way, but my kid will not understand if I try to explain to them the consequences of the actions they had. So I should punish them corporally, not of course beat them to their flesh is falling off their bone, but like enough that they understand that they did something very wrong. And when you are delivering the corporal punishment, don't just be quiet and angry, because then they're going to think that they're getting punished just for anger, right? They're going to think that is an anger response, not a punishment. You have to say, I'm doing this to you because this is the pain that you caused on that person. You just cannot see. Explain in a short and concise way. And then the kid will grow up, and then next time they're about to lie, they're going to think, wait, and is this lie going to cause a pain that I will not see? And they're going to think about that. At that point, you don't need to use corporal punishment anymore, because the kid is capable of understanding, like more nuanced concepts, more like subjective ideas. So the corporal punishment, it has a point to a point. You should not overuse it, and you should not fall on it, as if it were like a reliable thing. At least that is how I see it.
I feel like I have nothing to comment on that because I don't have any kids. I feel like I never have it takes to have a kids.
Yeah.
I feel like one of those people who will I don't know, I just cannot see myself be able to raise a good kid if I mess it up somehow. I feel like if that happens, I will never forgive myself.
I understand that. I understand that fear, right? But this is how I see like raising a child, right? When you are raising a child, a lot of parents nowadays, they will not teach them what they must. Like, they will delegate teaching that child how to live through the iPad, right? Or they're going to live like they're going to live to third like parties to teach the kid. So I don't know if you grew up with this, but I grew up still with like folk tales, Aesops, and like myths. Did you read that kind of like story when you were a kid?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know, I didn't read a lot of books, if I recall. Mostly the stories I read as a kid were mostly these very simple ones.
So, what people have not realized, because the one thing where like civilization fails sometimes is to think that everything that is old is like discardable. It's like you can make do without it. The reason folk tales and Aesops exist is to teach children reading comprehension and complex concepts in a simple way. I had a book called 365 Aesops for each day of the year. And each one was like 1 page long, at best like 2 pages long. And what is an Aesop? An Aesop is a little story, usually with anthropomorphic animals, that incorporates one concept and explains it throughout a story time. One that is very popular and like that always comes to my head when thinking about this.
Okay, sorry, go on. Nathan?
The Ant. It's music.
Sorry, go on.
Hello? Am I here?
Hello? You completely disappeared for a second there.
Oh no!
No,
Where did I stop it? Where did I stop it when you were listening?
Just disappeared basically at the beginning. I was about to tell the story.
Oh, okay. So, it all begins when, during a warm summer day, a cricket is playing its violin, because crickets do that funny noise with their legs. And close to the cricket, a line of ants were passing through and diligently working, carrying food to the nest. The cricket, very, very nonchalant and what do we call it? Very nonchalant and happy-go-lucky, said, "Oh my God, Ant, why are you working on this beautiful day? Don't you see the sun? Don't you see the birds? Everything sings. Come sing with me, ho!" And then it looks at the cricket like it's a completely nut job, and goes like, I work today because today is a good day to work. If I don't work today, when I actually need the fruits of my labor, I won't have it. And the cricket is like, looks at the ant, like the ant just spoke like complete nonsense. I'm like, but then you will never have time to have fun. What about when we will have fun? When you enjoy life? And so it went during the whole summer. The cricket did nothing but enjoy, the summer. Did not work a single day, and the ant diligently worked bringing food to its nest. So came winter. And that winter, for that forest, was savage, like it had never been before. The cricket, unfortunately, had not saved a single meal, like during the whole summer. And now, starving and shattering its teeth in the cold, it knocks on the ant's door. No, Aunt. I didn't work the whole summer. Now I'm hungry. Would you help me, please? And the ant. 1 second, my dog came in.
Hi, doggy.
And the ant, not being a dickhead, which is something a lot of people are nowadays, gladly invited the cricket in and told her, you see now why it's important to work during the summer. It's not that we don't want to enjoy life. It is just that you need to be prepared for tougher times. And the ant actually told the cricket, your singing meant a lot to us, the ants, because it was something enjoyable we could do while working. So, on the next summer, the cricket would play specifically for the ants in exchange of food. So the Aesop is both always work to have a safety net and do not turn down a starving man when they need you the most. Because if someone is in truly need of your help and all you do is like deny them, when you need help, who's gonna come for you? Right?
Yeah.
And the other one is, of course, like when you're having a good time, when you're having like your easy days, don't just do nothing. Don't just enjoy and waste your life on parties. Plan ahead. Work with something that you can like gain something out of it, And I feel like that a lot of the things that are like quote unquote common sense, which is not that common nowadays, sadly, came from these stories, from these Aesops, from these folk tales. Folk tales exist because they were tales of the folk. They were stories told to kids to help them be raised by the community. A very easy one to point out is Red Riding Hood is about listening to your parents, not trusting strangers, and most of all, taking care of your elders. It's about like these three things wrapped up in one simple thing. Hazel and Gretel is about always having a plan B, always like being able to like plan ahead, being able to do the best out of a bad situation, and cooperation between siblings. Always sticking together. So in these stories that people now don't believe they're important, and sadly a lot got lost, now we just don't have that lesson. People don't know those lessons. And I go even further. Even the children shows nowadays aren't that good at teaching Aesops, at teaching folktales. Because back in my days, I would see like a Courage the Corley Dog, or
Please
I would
drink
even
some
see
water,
like
you
Ed,
thirsty
Ed and
bitch.
Natty. And each episode, if you like spend a bit more of your brain power, you could see like an important lesson. I keep hitting this fucking button, but Courage the Corley Dog was the first show that I have memory to have a gay couple and to have them be happy at the end. Because there is one episode where this little cat lady, she has a toxic relationship with a dog, and her female fox friend asks Courage for help, and they end up eloping on a train. And I'm like, Yes, baby! Courage wins! Love wins!
Yeah, I
And
wish
it was totally-
I wish I could watch that show as a kid, but I never found it on TV when I was growing up because my family didn't have
Yeah.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I believe I watched it because like I got Cartoon Network like at the end when it was like before going like down the deep end.
Yeah, the
So,
live
like-
action dreading era.
Yeah, when I remember like I was fucking distraught when Toonami ended because it was thanks to Toonami that I watched like Samurai X and Cyborg 009.
And
So
I try to remember what I remember the most from cartoons growing up, and I think the one thing I think the earliest memory I can remember less from a cartoon were actually the original DuckTales about basic
Oh my
economy.
God. yeah,
Basically, yeah, the more money they exist, the less value they have.
yep.
I don't remember exactly which episode it was, but I remember there was an episode of focusing about that. That stuck with me for some reason.
Yeah. I remember that because even if you go now on YouTube and if you put like what is his name? What is the name? Uncle Moneybags, I believe.
Uncle Scrooge McDuck.
Is that his- Oh, okay, yeah, Scrooge McDuck. If you put like on YouTube and you put like Scrooge McDuck teaches about money, he actually gives a really well explained lesson in economics. It tells you like why you can't just print more money, why you need like to have a cycling of. You both need people to be able to afford buying and to be able to earn enough to buy. Because if you don't have those two things, money would simply stagnate. And funnily enough, a lot of CEOs nowadays could do with listening to that goddamn episode.
Also, by the way, I managed to finish, I think.
Yay! Oh my god, yay! You draw a lot. You draw very fast. You draw very fast. That's very good.
That's what frustrates me. So sometimes I cannot draw at all, but sometimes I use our. It's like no in between.
Yeah, but hey, it's by doing it like enough that you will be able like to more and more nail down the doing it fast. It looks very good. I like it very much.
Let's see. I can try share it on our servers. Sorry in advance if your voice does not come on the stream when I switch to our channels.
No, don't worry about it.
Let's see. Wait, not that one. Let's see. It's gonna take a while, so.
Oh, don't you worry about it. Another thing like that people don't do very much nowadays is spending time. And honestly, this is not even the kid's fault, this is the parents. Because when you're a kid, you're naturally oriented to like spending time with your parents or siblings. Like, Dad, look what I did, or like, Mom, look what I did, look what I made, right? But a lot of parents nowadays just say like, not now, Junior. I'm doing this or I'm doing that.
The funny is, I have an opposite problem with my family. Because my family sometimes will not leave me alone, even I want to have a day for myself.
Like they do that now, or like when you were a kid?
Now, but I think possibly because I just recently moved to a new apartment back in July, and I just want to make sure everything works well, or
okay.
if I need anything.
They miss you a fucking lot.
Even though we both live in the same city, but you know.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand missing like your child. It's something that every parent will do. That is actually a very good topic to talk about because there is something that I realize, and it's that there is a like a cognizant wall between parents and children's, but it happens because one side does not want to see from the other's perspective, right? Both parents don't want to see that, they were kids once and they had their own way of knowing things before, but also kids don't want to see like from their parents' point of view. For an example, I have a very good relationship with my mother and a fucking terrible relationship with my father. And this is purely because my mother had the interest of saying like, "Oh, Nathan, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching this anime," or like, "I'm doing origami," and she would say like, "Could you explain it to me? Could you like tell me about this because I want to enjoy it too. I want to know about this so I can enjoy it too." She showed interest on something that I liked, so I would spend my time teaching her. And when I would see her watching something that she enjoyed, I would go ahead and I would want to do that. She is the person that taught me how to do origami when I was a wee boy. Not only origami, but she actually taught me to do a bunch of other arts and crafts. Almost everything you see here, like painting, origami, kirigami, which is the art of cutting paper, composition. We actually use it to do jewelry. Like we would buy like a cheap beads. It's because I don't know the name of the things, but like cheap beads and the string to make the bracelets, and we would just make a lot of them. And I was always ecstatic like when my mother would make those, because I love it to be on her side and just make some for me and for like other people that I liked. So because we spent this time like wanting to understand each other, we had a very good relationship. I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with my mother, and she wasn't apprehensive of everything I did. Something that my father was. Every time my father saw me on the computer, he'd say like, "You're just playing video games. Get out of there!" Or like every time he saw me like reading something that was a fucking school book, he'd be like, "Stop reading that. It's useless." And I would be like, "Okay, then I won't ever tell you anything that I'm doing. Fuck you." You know? So there is a bit from both sides. And it's important that you as a child, when I say child, it's just like, has the son of someone, not, like when you're small. You as a child, you need to understand where your parent comes from. You need to understand that like, even if your parent does things that you don't like, they do it from a place of love. So even though I hated how my father cared for me and how like he would always tell me to like do this and that, I understand that he did it from a way of caring, because what he wanted from me is that I had a very stable job. Even if that stable job was something that would suck my soul dry and I would become a husk, aka law. He wanted me to go to law school. By God, I'd rather die. I know I like gossip, but not that much.
That was basically your limiter.
Yep. If you think about it, but going to law school is like gaining your life in gossip. You live for the gossip if you go to law school. All that changes is the flavor of gossip. Like, do I want to deal with married gossip, with divorce gossip? Do I want to deal with like public gossip
or copyright gossip? I don't know.
Yep. Like all that changes is the flavors of gossip. And I actually did try to explain to him once like what I wanted to do and etc. And he didn't care. He didn't fucking care at all. My mother did. So like I have, for better or worse, both examples in my own family of like a good parenting and a bad parenting. Luckily enough, my father is not a bad father. He was a bad friend. And there is where I want to touch the most important point of all. A lot of parents think that they deserve unanimously their child's faith, confidence, and love. You deserve it to a point, but you gotta earn or keep earning it. Because if you keep berating your kid without like ever wanting to understand them, if you keep undermining their confidence, undermining their decisions, they're simply going to learn to hide it from you. Because that's the thing. Your kid is a person too. They want to feel loved. They want to feel that you care for them. And if you never show it, they're simply not gonna return the favor. So like you gotta understand that as a parent, yes, your child will always like trust you the most. But you gotta keep earning that. You can't use that as an excuse to be like a dickhead to your own child.
Yeah, I would never call my parents dickhead. You more like this. I don't want to say trust you, but you're so protected on me. It's fear for her words every time you choose a concept they don't understand.
Yeah. The
My mom
overprotective
is more
style.
open-minded, but my dad is definitely more protective one of the two.
I understand that point
To
too.
be fair, my dad always managed to save me from getting scammed in person so recently, so he's not completely unhurted. Yeah.
Father has a one point like, you see, it's important.
Yeah, there was someone who tried to pretend to be some kind of charity for guys victims, and turned out they were trying to scam people with money. And my dad was able to catch that right away. And did some proper research and discovered, yeah, this is fake. Don't trust the guy.
That irks me. Like, how dare you use a fucking disaster to scam people out of their money? Like, how comically evil do you have to be to do that? And be able to sleep
people
at night?
People are desperate for money, I guess, or desperate for make money with this amount of effort. You can remember it's be all the lawsuit Disney sometimes get from lawsuit every time it makes a successful movie. Sometimes it's like Kimber Wright line situation. It's like, okay, fair, but 9 times out of 10 they use people to try to scam Disney to get free money.
Yeah,
including from one or two, which happened recently.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's even more fucked up.
You look at that and you'd be like, no man, no wonder this is so overprotective of these things, because people are hunted it like sharks.
Yeah. Brother, it's fucked up, man.
It's not a Disney thing either. Even DreamWorks have fault to that, because someone tried to sue them over a Kung Fu Panda for some quick buck.
And they prey on like the most gullible and vulnerable people too. Like they prey on kids, elderly, or like completely depressed people.
Or people who are not neurodivergent, who might need extra assisted or regular basic living.
Yeah, that too.
Actually, I don't know if I should do anything today, because I was planning to focus on this whole day, but I got it done early, so I don't know, maybe. I don't know if I should end the stream early or not.
To be fair, you did the art, you did it to the end. If you wish to, you could always like do another piece that is like quicker and easier for yourself, or you could take the rest of the day to rest and schedule like, you know, like the rest of the week or the tomorrow.
I was planning to play video games on Saturday. So at least I had the one plan. I was planning to play Wallace and Gromit: The Great Adventure Episode 2, because I already finished Episode 1.
Oh!
This is Wallace Gromit game made by Telltale Games, if you know that one.
Yeah. I played the Left 4 Dead first. Left 4 Dead 1.
Yeah. It actually is a historically important game, because it was the first Wallace and Gromit thing that was not voiced by original actor, because Peter passed away, unfortunately, before the game came out. So they had a new actor in that game specifically, who is a new actor for Wallace since then. And you can tell you can tell the new actor in the game, because you can tell he was trying to find the Wallace voice during the game's development. But I'm told he's gotten a lot better since then.
Oh my god.
Like I've been personally told the most recent Wallace and Gromit movies. They said that the new actor was so good at being Wallace, and they could not tell if it was an old actor or not.
That is so crazy. Like when the voice actor is able to like to mimic cry perfectly.
Yeah.
Fucking parrot behavior.
Even though you use massive amount of training.
Yeah. Oh man, there some voice actors do like crazy shit with their voice. I mean, like, are you human? Do you have like a fucking voice box inside your throat?
Oh god, it reminds me the old cartoons where basically had actors do sound effects, and basically use stuff with their voice. Nothing we do with objects, use the voice, like
oh my god,
like Mel Blanc do about hiccups.
I love those videos of like how sound effects are done in Hollywood, because you need the sound effects like done outside so that you can like splice it in a way that it doesn't overpower the talk, right?
Yeah.
So like it shows like all the kinds of props that are used to make like sounds, including, you know, like the gallop of horses being coconuts, the most known one. and it's just like that is so good. Cooking bacon is the sound of rain. And I'm like, I ain't no fucking way.
And I remember, it's snow what the seven dwarves. They use bounce wood cartons to make a sound of dwarves tripping on the stairs.
Yeah, there is one that is they break like a stalk of celery to make the sound of bones breaking. Just like, and I'm like, oh my god. I will never look at a celery the same way again. Now it's just a femur to me.
Actually, it reminds me. It drew the classical cat noise that goes that way. You'll hear almost every time.
Yeah.
The first time that sound we actually used was on the DuckTales, the 80s DuckTales. They invented that cat noise just for one episode, and then suddenly that thing has been public domain since then.
That is just the Wilhelm scream, just like oh
yeah. No, that's not the Wilhelm. That's Goofy. Wilhelm.
Oh yeah.
The Wilhelm is oh.
You're like oh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, I think I have alert of that. Hold on, give me a second. I think I have that one as alert.
Oh my god, yes, please.
Let's see if we can find it.
But I also love the Goofy one.
I don't know if you can hear it, but I think I have it. I think you have it. I can play it again if you want.
Oh, let me turn on the audio on your stream then, so I can hear it. Fire it up. Yep, there it goes.
I always never hear that scream because I hear it so often.
It's so good. It's so good. A one-time screen that now is just like a cultural.
Yeah.
Imagine your fucking life legacy being like a goddamn blood curling scream. Like oh! What if the dude was actually named Wilhelm? The dude that did the scream. Like, what if his name is not even Wilhelm?
I have no idea. Oh god, I have almost 30 this time alerts. I almost use none of that because I need to focus on playing games or drawing PA and use stuff.
Mm-hmm. The way I make my alerts...
Viewers can use them, and I told people not spam it too much. I think I may actually scare people despite the fact that everything is for you.
The way I made my alerts are so that both spamming and using can be like they can be done so. In which way? If one of my redeems is like say something on a crazy villain voice, and the other one is like a crazy villain laugh. Though you can spam the crazy villain laughter, I will never do the same laughter, right? Because I like to vary. Say something on a crazy villain voice, it can, like always be something different, and they have to type that. So, they won't be able to spam that much because they will have to type something. The other ones that I have that less spammable, that are more spammable, are the just drinking and scratching. And if they spam, I can just say like, stop spamming, bitch! Or, spin it in a funny way. Because the way I see, like, the streamer, the VTuber and streamer, you're a stand-up comedian. So you will have people that want to heckle you, and you will have people that are interested in listening to you, watching you. So you gotta be able to learn how to roll with the hecklers in a way that it doesn't like stop your vibe, right? Because something that I see a lot like on streamers, and I say that because like I use my Twitter exclusively to like see streamers and to see. I'm sorry. I use my Twitter to see like streamers and to see hot women. I'm sorry, hot art.
I never had Twitter, so I cannot relate.
You do good. Don't have Twitter.
My first social media account was DeviantArt, Sandbar, Discourse, SM Blue Sky, Mastodon, Kara, and yeah.
Honestly, I only did Twitter because like it was the one that I was like closest to doing, and I'm going to be real with you. I don't have nearly the same problems that I see a lot of people having. Like I see a lot of people complaining like, "Oh, my timeline is all but disgrace. Oh, my timeline is just like dickheads, showing Google Docs." And I'm like, my front page is just like people that I like and things that I like. I don't know what all y'all doing. Because here's the deal.
You're from Brazil, right? Maybe the Brazilian government forced them to change the algorithm. I don't know.
It's not even that. It's because of one very simple thing. Cookies. So what is a cookie in the digital sense? A cookie is kind of like your footprint on the internet, right? Your computer, your internet provider, it will keep attention to what you interact with and what you don't interact with.
Unless you have liberal, if that's the case, then every time you turn off the browser, it automatically deletes all the cookies and whatnot.
It should not. It does not, because sadly, a lot of things nowadays are like interconnected with either your Google account or like something else. So there is like the very scary thought that sometimes a cookie that happens when you're on a completely different computer on a different account might still come back for you, which is again scary. But if you interact a lot with disaster or things that you don't like, if you literally, like, let's say, here you go. It's not that I don't like the talk about Gaza, the talk about Israel, the talk about, like all that things. It is important to talk, yes. It is something I want to talk about when I'm trying to relax, no. So I never interact with it on social media. My mother, bless her heart, she uses Instagram, and every time that appears, she interacts with it. It is saying like, yes, sister, or like, no, that's not it. So it keeps appearing, and it keeps like driving her faith in humanity to the goddamn ground. And I keep telling her, Mom, you need to stop interacting with this. It doesn't matter if you're agreeing or disagreeing. If you interact, more will come. It doesn't matter if you like or not.
Yeah, my older sister has Instagram, but the rest of my family has Facebook, and all of them basically say like, just stay away from things. Even they admit this, like, stay away from it if you care about mental health.
Yep. No, man, like, I quit my Facebook. I've never entered it ever again. The thing is,
I never had Facebook, so I don't know what it was like back in the day.
Good. Don't ever get there. Right now, I'm like Mufasa pointing symbol, like, you see the dark place? Don't fucking go there. So the sad part is, because I live in Brazil, our social media that is more predominant is Instagram. So if I want to sell my arts and crafts, I do have to make an Instagram and be active there.
Oh, poor bastard.
And to this day, I'm dreading and like mulling over that, just procrastinating. Because I just like, oh God, I would need to have like the mental fortitude for this. God give me patience, because if it gives me strength, I will punch someone. I love this saying that we have here.
Yeah, actually, I probably should end the stream soon, I think.
Yeah.
Someone found it. That's actually one of my friends.
Oh my God, hi!
Yeah, he actually is one of your friends I have in person, actually.
Yeah.
So hello.
That's very good.
Sorry you came here. Sorry, I was just about to end the stream because. But hi, either way. I appreciate you coming by.
I can't believe, but Will had the first world problem of being too good.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to finish this arc so early. I thought it was gonna take back 3-4 hours. My managed to finish at 2.
First world problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a schedule on my Twitch page if you want to look at that one, so you know when I actually do on stream.
Yeah. I do need to make a schedule and stick to it, because I just like go live and like I hope to God someone appears.
Yeah, I usually limit myself to only stream maximum 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
That way I actually have some time for real life stuff, and still able to do stream. Because the streaming is only meant as a hobby, not really something I plan to earn money, whatnot.
Yeah, I ain't doing it as a hobby, but like I am doing it in a way that like if I can use it to like further on my own goals, because if I like end up actually being able to sell my arts and crafts, making a shop and etc. Having the Twitch, like has a means to like make propaganda for it. This is still good. Oh, sorry. So I am kind of not only that, like I actually got to Twitch, not partner, but like the affiliate thing. So like I can gain like 25 cents.
Gotta do my homework, aka playing K-pop games. No, seriously. No, it's totally fine if you DM that is basically his homework with the amount of prep you have to do.
Yeah, no, but that's so fucking good. Like a DM that actually puts in the effort makes so much difference. It's so goddamn good.
Even making a character counts on for work, because you have to make sure it will actually work.
Yep. All right. I have kept you way too long.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but Siljon, who's on the chat right now, he's actually work and study on game design school.
Yeah, baby.
So he's studying on game development and game design, whatnot.
I am rooting for you. I'm absolutely like cheering you on.
Yeah, that's partially why he's been busy and not joining us stream as much.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Here comes the money. Yeah.
I only added this joke, to be honest.
It is a good joke, though.
Honestly, I don't know if I want to add any bits count for any of my nerds, because, and again, I was not planning to make any money with doing streaming. Again, only as a hobby. At most, I have thrown the wish list, but again, that's like at most I want to do.
Okay, but here's the deal: if you can steal like a game money or like people gift you, because I ain't saying this as someone that has like a massive issue with getting money as gift, right? For the longest time, like I thought that like I did not deserve getting money as gift because it would be like I am not worth that much, right?
No, it's not like that. It's more like it's more in the sense that I try to educate and introduce content of Twitch to my family, and they not trust this website whatsoever. They told me not get involved in money because they thought they could scam me.
Oh, okay, I see.
So they just trust issues more than anything. Yeah, I'm doing but basically the best compromise.
Okay, I understand now.
So they also not upset my parents more than anything.
Does that mean that like you have open commissions or not then?
No open commissions. At least not yet.
Okay.
Because I only have PayPal. I know there have been issues with PayPal recently.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure if that's the best option for that.
Yeah. Oh man, I actually used it to do like 3D modeling, but I stopped it. And now like if you ask me to make a fucking sphere, I will break the computer before I do the sphere.
Yeah. Also, good luck with Generation 5, because I heard that it's been an absolute nightmare to optimize properly.
Spain.
Did I hurt you, or?
It's just like the optimization. It's just that like most Western devs don't care at all for optimization nowadays. So like games that could be running on like 1 or 2 gigs will be running on like 8.
It's
like
the one meme with how do you know it's a Western developer? So
it is exactly that meme. It is exactly that fucking meme. Like, and I hate it because here's the deal: Elden Ring, light. Elden Ring is light as fuck. And if it were done by like a Western company, it would be like on the 16 gigs fucking mark. But no, Elden Ring is actually light on your computer. To the point where very often the mods for Elden Ring will actually be heavier.
Had a whole seminar on race tracing.
Yep. That is the other thing, like, there are so many tips and tricks where, like, oh, you don't actually need to, like, model everything. You can, like, do a parent like this and then copy under, like, different aspects and etc.
Yeah, the most graphic tensing game I have on PC right now, emotes on the walls, and even I was able to get to 60 frames as long as I put it on medium settings.
Oh my god. There is a guy that makes like mods for like those big games that is called potato modding. He essentially downgrades the game to a point where it's running like a fucking avant-garde minimalistic art piece just so that your computer from like your grandma's time can work. And the best part is, it does.
That's crazy.
Right? That is what I call accessibility.
That's a lot of damage!
Capital A.
Yeah, I think he's discovered Arbor and Lars, has explored all of them.
You had to say not spamming, and now there is a spamming.
To be fair, he's doing better than I thought he's gonna be. I thought he's gonna be like spamming one alert like every second or so.
Yeah.
At least he's willing to wait a few seconds.
I do gotta say it, but like the more your chat interacts with you and your redeems, it's actually good because it puts like your stream forward in like attention. Yeah. So like even if you have like one person like hitting the button like that lizard that people are like posting nowadays, it will still do good for the stream.
And good luck with the timing then, because I haven't figured out that yet. See, if you want to time alerts, that's all on your own.
Yeah. I'm horrible with timing because I usually have a delay of like 3 to 2 minutes between me and my chat.
Yeah, for me it's like I maybe a second or two delay between me and the chat.
Yeah, that is very good. Very doable.
Yeah, I like I said, I've been playing video games on Saturday, so if you have time and want to jump in, I will just let you know. Again, look at the schedule if you want to join there.
I will be there.
I'm not just speaking about you. I'll speaking about the chat.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying that like.
Yeah.
I
still feel bad about people showing up right as I was about to end the stream because I was able to finish the art early.
Again, like sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens to like end a stream early.
Yeah.
It's no shame at all.
Yeah. And it's not because I don't know stream. It's more like I work tomorrow. I want to go to bed, so I don't lose sleep.
Yeah. So you should go to sleep. Come on.
Yeah. Right. Let's do it then.
Good night.
Alright, so let's turn on music. Suddenly go. And it's totally fine. It's totally fine to have something you do in the background and while you work.
Oh my god!
Actually, can I even raid at all?
I don't know.
Can double check at least. But sometimes I do not raid, but sometimes I do.
Oh man, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed about raiding. Like I only raid people that I know, and like if they have around the same amount of people as I have, or else I'll feel like a goddamn parasite.
Yeah, that's so. Actually.
Don't you dare! Don't you red raid me! Don't you goddamn dare!
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm sorry, I already did it, but I gotta send you somewhere else. But I hope you don't mind either.
Not at all. Not at all. I say it mostly joking.
The chat will want me to raid someone else, but I already picked one.